I've realized now over time that I wasn't born hating myself, thinking I was a terrible, bad, worthless person. But I grew up in a family environment where my dad was really busy, was a real sports nut. I wasn't a sporty boy early on. And so I didn't feel like I qualified to meet his requirements for attention. And my mom was from an abusive background in her family, and she was dealing with the trauma of that and brought that into my life, and in a lot of harmful ways with emotional and some physical abuse. And so I early on, the earliest memories I have as a 5-year old is I'm not wanted here. I did get some care from my grandmas, but the it was sporadic, obviously, because I'm not living with them. So the day to day, my day to day existence was filled with feeling like I didn't belong and wasn't wanted, and that kind of set me up. And also then feeling like, well, I'm not into team sports like a lot of the other little boys. I'm not playing football, baseball as a little boy, and that's how so many boys feel like they belong and they're part of that, the boy tribe. And I just felt really isolated and alone. What conclusion did I make out of that? What conclusion did you make out of the way you were treated?
I mean, in the moment, it really was, there was no conclusion. It was just survival. I think that's what took me the hardest when I was young is I've got to get through this. I don't know why this is. I don't understand why I feel this way, but I gotta go. I gotta move. And I think when we're young, we have a lot of resiliency and hope just baked in us that it's not always going to be this way. And yet for me, I didn't get many people. I mean, I can probably count on one hand the number of people that I remember, and there probably were more than this, but the ones that I remember who really affirmed me, who really saw me and blessed me and invested in me in a tangible way from the time I can remember all the way up through graduating high school. And so it was survival mode for me. It was do what I got to do. And guys, I don't think this is unique. Like Scott and I aren't just, two sad sacks over here having a conversation. I think this is a universal human condition. But the question is, you know, A, how do I go back and recognize the harm in my feelings of worthlessness and my self-contempt?